everybody.
Good evening or good morning. It all depends on where you are in the world. Whether you're having your morning coffee or you're having your Friday night beverage, wine, beer, whiskey, or it might just be some water.
It could be some water.
It could be. We don't even have water. We haven't organised ourselves for drinks
enough
at all.
to do that. Shall I go and get some? Whilst you talk? Probably not.
No.
Okay.
We'll be all right.
We'll be all right.
How are you all?
Good to see you.
It's been quite a week again. Dom is here. Hello, Dom. And Dom says, I need a recording of that for my lullaby sleep playlist, please. We'll have to do that, hey?
Yeah,
we'll have to
do
do like an album of lullaby instrumentals. Could be something we could do. Thank you for that idea, Dom. Gorgeousness and relaxing. Thank you.
Letitia
and Andrew are here. Hello, gorgeouses. Sue is here. Edward's Treadgold Susan, aka Sue. And Sue says it must be cool out. G'day, Sue.
It is a little bit, Sue. It's a bit dark and dingy out there.
Dark and cool. We just thought we'd stay warm inside.
Yeah.
Winter is approaching very quickly, isn't it?
The nights are
All of a
closing in
sudden.
really fast now. It gets dark at around about 5:15, something like that. It's not the lovely open evenings that we've been used to having over the summer. So
I don't mind winter though, because it's a chance to wear your clothes.
Well, it must be cold because I'm wearing long trousers, so you can see.
You can't wear clothes a lot in
summer.
In summer, and most of the year you have to wear as little as possible. But yeah, you've been wearing shorts up until
today.
Today,
really.
yeah. So
I woke
long
up
trousers
this morning
are
and
on.
decided I better change, otherwise I was going to be cold already.
And Leanne is here. Hello, Leanne. Leanne and Steve, if you're out there watching, good to have you. Claire Boyd in the UK, good morning.
Claire.
Scrambled eggs on
see you.
toast with coffee for breakfast.
That sounds
Claire.
good. Must be one of the only places in the world where you can afford eggs now.
What's the price of eggs where you're living?
Yeah.
We're not buying eggs. I haven't bought eggs for months. I've gone off them. And do that.
Yeah.
Every so often I just like,
Yeah.
can't think of eating an egg.
It's all right.
But this morning Josh got up and he smelled the toast you were making and he went, eggs on toast, I fancy some eggs. And at that moment, it's a great segue to get Joshua onto the stage. Joshua is here. Give it up for Joshua. Here he is. Woohoo! He just got home from being out and about doing some things, but he has agreed to play with us this week, which is so exciting. And because we haven't had a lot of time to play with him lately, because we were away for a few days and he's been busy, we've been busy, we thought we'd play Millard Pop-Top a couple of times tonight.
Yeah.
Get it going. Because Josh has only just got his bass part together for this one. Last night. We changed it from what it, we've been finessing it, let's say. Claire says hi to you, Josh. Hi. And Claire also says the temperatures are said to be climbing to 20 degrees plus the rest of this week here. That is hot for the UK, especially in May. Here we are, and we've always got 20 degrees plus. That's
Quite a lot of the time. Evening. Oh, good morning, Jan.
Good morning, Jan Breeze. I'm assuming that's Jan Breeze when you say good morning to Jan. It must be a UK Jan. So Millard Pop-Top. This is we're going to do it at the beginning and we're going to do it at the end.
Why not? Though there's plenty of other stuff in between. So
we need you guys to sing along. There's a line for you. Now Leanne knows it. Dom knows it. Any choir members, Freedom Train choir members that are here, maybe not Sue, because Sue only joined this year, but there's a line that's your part. And I'm going to do this when it's your part so you know when it is. And it goes, she's a Millard Pop-Top 74. She's a Millard Pop-Top 74. So it's all about the camper that we bought back when Josh was 5 and we sold it just on two years ago now. 2 years ago we sold it after 11 years of what can only be described as hell. And
Torture on wheels.
Torture on wheels. No, we did have some good times in it, didn't we, Josh?
Yeah, we had a lot of great times in it, but it gave us a lot of awful times.
Yeah.
It did, because it was so broken down. Basically, we had to replace everything, and often we had to do that on the fly whilst we were traveling. So we learned a lot from the old Millard, and Jay wrote this fabulous song to commemorate it, because we could finally laugh about it once we'd sold them.
Yeah. True
Hello.
story, ladies and gentlemen, true story.
Hello to Donna, it's good to have you. And Janbury says, good morning, Cath, Jay and Josh. Hope you had a great time in Germany, Josh. He hasn't gone
He
yet.
hasn't been yet. He's going in the middle of July.
July, yes. I'm looking forward to a few days of music, says Janbury's at Chroma Folk Festival.
Oh, we played Chroma.
We've played at Chroma Folk
Yeah,
Festival.
out there on the pier.
So,
Fantastic.
yeah, we remember playing in that theatre out on the end of the pier.
We do.
So please say hello to anyone at Chroma Folk Festival who might remember us, Jan, from all those years ago. All right, here we go. And Dom says, we got this. Okay, yeah, I want to hear you sing it. A one, a two, a shoot, boop, be diddly doo. We were tired of camping in a swag, waking on a bumpy floor. Time for a change, we decided. Let's see what we can afford. I was studying alternatives till I was dizzy in the head. When an online ad caught my eye, and this is what it said. Well, you can wind her up and you can wind her down. She got two good wheels to keep you off the ground. A bed in each and a big space in the middle to hold the family and more. It's your lucky day, haul the dream away. She's a Millard Pop-Top 74. She's a Millard Pop-Top 74. We bought a cheap sight unseen. That might have been a mistake. She was a bit of a fixer-up, about a little of a dog that it would take. And so began a journey through an ever-revolving door. As the money came in, it soon went out on a Pop-Top 74. First the telescopes went down, but only one at a time. Cause the cables kept getting tangled up in a way only the devil could design. So we exercised our credit card till it was bruised and sore. And once again she was working just like back in 74. Cause you could wind her up and you could wind her down. She got two good wheels to keep you off the ground. A bed in each and a big space in the middle to hold the family at home. It's your lucky day. I fell underneath the wheels. How I'm living is a miracle still. The insurance company laughed at me. They paid up finally. $800 excess, and she was as right as she would ever be. But then the roof sprang a leak. We couldn't tell just where. We filled buckets every time it rained. It was a sad and a sorry affair. So I rebuilt the whole damn thing, along with most of the floor. And the very next time we took her out, the ancient canvas tore. But you could wind her up and you could wind her down. She got two good wheels to keep you off the ground. A bed in each and a big space in the middle to hold the family and more. It's your lucky day, all the dream away. She's a Millard Pop-Top 74. She's a Millard Pop-Top 74. 3,000 more and she was fixed again, but it was really time for her to go. So we sold her for a couple of grand to some people that we didn't know. Now they call us up all the time to tell us that she's doing well, and how it was their lucky day when we decided to sell. Cause you could wind her up and you could wind her down. She got two good wheels to keep you off the ground. A bed in each and a big space in the middle to It's your lucky day, all the dream away. She's a Millard Pop-Top 74. She's a Millard Pop-Top 74. She's a Millard Pop-Top 74.
Millard Pop-Top 74.
Oh my goodness, we were getting a phone call.
In the middle of that.
In the middle of that.
I made the mistake of trying to read the message that was coming in.
Then we got a text message and an email, and it's all coming up on the screen here. So that was a little bit distracting. I don't know what to do about that. But I think we just don't look at the phone screen when things like that are happening. But I did have to hang up the phone call so it wouldn't interrupt the live stream. Sorry, people, if that did interrupt things. Well done, Josh. That was fun.
Good on you, Josh.
It was really fun to do that song again. We released that as a single early this year. It's the title track of our new EP, 7-track EP that we recorded just before Christmas and released just after Christmas at Woodford Folk Festival. So you can get it on CD from Blue Shamrock Music or from us direct if you see us. And you can also download the singles from Blue Shamrock Music.
Yeah.
So they're available there. That one is available to download from Blue Shamrock, and it's also available as a single on all the digital platforms like...
Yeah. Except that we don't get paid for
You don't
any
get
of
paid
those.
a lot when things are on Spotify. If you download it from Spotify, I think we get paid more, but it's just streams. You get 0.00001% per stream. So that doesn't add up to very much. I think it would be lovely to see Spotify just change their model to pay the artists correctly
Properly.
for a stream.
Yeah, they wouldn't be
Yeah.
multi-millionaires then, would they?
Well, they can afford to share it,
All on-
the wealth with the people who are
All on our efforts.
giving them content for their platform. We should work together, let's work together and value each other equally. Anyway, Joshua, would you like to have a break now? And we're going to do a few other songs.
Okay.
It's Mother's Day this Sunday, just before he goes.
Oh.
This is the chap who turned me into a mother. So I just want to say thank you to you for being such a lovely son.
Thank you for being such a lovely mother. I love you, Mum.
I love you too. Thank you for playing with us. Beautiful.
Let me know when you need me back.
Yeah, we'll call you.
Yeah, thanks, Josh.
Erica's here. Hi, Erica.
Evening, Erica.
Erica says, I just love that song. Thank you. And Julie Vandermeer is here. Julie V. Woo woo. Sue says, I'm really having problems with the internet in and out. That might have been the phone call. It could have been the phone call that stopped it just for a moment. I tried to hang it up as soon as it came in. Dom says, Josh getting his groove on back there. Kudos, dude. Thank you, Dom. I'm sure he
Asuk
heard
is
that.
there.
Hey, Asuk.
Evening,
Asuk.
Asuk.
And Uli. Hello. And Rianne. Hello, Rianne.
Morning, Rianne.
Goedemorgen. Because you're in Holland, so we try to just slip in the only Dutch I know.
Yeah. Only Dutch either of us know that.
Rianne says, what a wonderful way to start my day. That's so lovely to hear. It's a nice way for us to end our day and to end our week, to just come together and play a few songs in a very casual way. We'll do a few things that we've never done before. Hello to Paul Morwood.
Evening, Paul.
He was having trouble getting on tonight. He says, I hope you're going well. Yes, I hope it keeps going. Lovely to be here again. It's so good to have you, Paul. All right, it's nice. We have a quorum now.
What were you thinking
What are
of?
we doing next?
Were you thinking of doing the Mother's Day sort of celebration?
Oh,
thing?
yeah. Speaking of Mother's Day, I thought I would sing a song that I wrote about my mother. It's actually in the first person as though I'm her.
Oh, that's right.
And it's a very small and slightly silly song about how she survived being stung by a box jellyfish.
Not many people do. If you get stung above the knee, usually the pain is so severe that you end up in cardiac arrest. And unless you're very, very close to a hospital or you've got a helicopter nearby, it's quite often fatal. So Cath's
was
mum,
lucky.
Barbara, was living up in the beyond the Daintree, right up far north Queensland. as a teacher, teacher aide or teacher?
She was up in Cape York Peninsula,
Teaching.
way north. She was a teacher on an Aboriginal mission.
Yeah, with no electricity and virtually no facilities whatsoever. And
Lockhart River.
she decided to go out and have a paddle in the sea one day, and she got touched by a box jellyfish, and she said it was the most excruciating pain she'd ever felt, but luckily not above the knee, and she managed to survive it. Although in those days, I think they rubbed sand on it and poured vinegar.
No, you
vinegar?
should pour vinegar,
Oh,
but
right.
they didn't do that. They rubbed
sand.
sand into it, which is now known to be not what you do.
Can you imagine? It's like sandpapering your leg after it's been stung. It doesn't seem like a very
And
good
not
idea.
just stung, but stung by something that's got so much neurotoxins in it that it can give you a cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
So yeah, she was lucky to survive it, and the song says that. And the reason why I thought I would do it is it's about my mum. It's my mum's story. But if she hadn't survived this, I wouldn't be here. She wouldn't be.
And I wouldn't be here with you, and Joshua.
And Josh wouldn't exist. So we owe everything to my mum surviving this box jellyfish. But we've never sung it as a duo, and we have no idea really how this is going to go. We might need some help. But Paul, is this yours? I think you left that at the last choir sing along.
Yeah, we've got it anyway.
We have it. It was in my sing along bag. So I'm going to play it right now. And those of you freedom trainers who know this one, feel free to sing along and add the third part to the round, because it's a round. It's actually a 3-part round. We can't do the 3 parts because there's only 2 of us. We will sing the 3 parts, but we can't sing all 3 of them simultaneously. So what are we going to do? Just remind me. We do the whole
Unison
thing
all the way through.
Unison.
Then I'll do
And
the
then
first
you
verse,
start the
and the
round.
second verse, and the third verse, and you'll do.
And I'll follow you on.
Follow me on.
And then you do first verse one
Again.
more time whilst I finish, and then we do a little coda. Okay.
That's good.
Bon chance.
You know, this is live. You do realise.
This is live and under rehearsed.
Okay. Yes. All right. What's the key?
Oh, it's F minor. Dum, da, da, da.
Okay.
I was stung by a stinger, a stinger, a stinger. I was stung by a stinger, swimming in the tropical water. I was lucky to survive it. The stinger, the stinger. I was lucky to survive it. It was a deadly kind box jellyfish. You must beware the stinger, the stinger, the stinger. You must beware the stinger. Don't go swimming there, ask anyone.
I was stung by a stinger, a stinger, a stinger. I was stung by a stinger, swimming in the tropical waters. I was lucky to survive it. The stinger, the stinger. I was lucky to survive it. It was a deadly kind box jellyfish. You must be with the stinger, the stinger, the stinger. You must be with the stinger.
It was a deadly kind box jellyfish.
I was stung by a stinger, a stinger, a stinger. I was stung by a stinger, swimming in the tropical water. Don't go swimming there, ask anyone.
Oh, we finished it quite well.
It's always good to finish on the same song, isn't it? Oh dear.
Yes, it is. It is very
always
good.
All right.
That wasn't too bad for something that was we really hadn't had to go through beforehand. And to honour my mother,
No, yeah.
there's a
good. Show me.
picture of my mum
There she
on
is.
her 70th birthday, and Joshua was just a little tucker. He was still 4 at that point.
So 14 years ago.
Yeah, I love my mum. We all love Barbara.
Don't we?
So a happy Mother's Day to Barbara as well, and a happy Mother's Day to all of us who are mothers, have been mothered, have mothered other people that aren't necessarily our biological children, but we've nurtured them. There's many ways to honour the maternal energy
That's right.
in our lives.
That's right.
What are we doing now?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We had a list, but we've sort of thrown that out of the window.
I had a list, but I
What
didn't
about
print it out.
what about something that we haven't done either before or for a very long time at least?
Oh, we were going to do UFO. Yeah. But first of all, we're going to say hello to a few more people that have arrived.
Oh, Nadia.
Nadia and Ali.
Good evening, Nadia.
Nadia says, yay, we love Barbara too. Yeah, that's right.
Very
she's
special
she's
lady,
been
my
adopted
mother-in-law.
by lots of people. Because she's just such a delight. She's crazy, kooky, creative, fantastic. We were all pretty sure that my ADHD and Joshua's has come from her.
Sure.
She's just awesome.
But she's just one of those people, you know. Somebody once said to me, "How would you describe your mother-in-law?" And I said, "Well, Barbara's like, she's one of these people. If she was flying over the desert, vast Sahara desert, in an airplane, and the airplane crashed, and she was the only survivor, she would walk to the nearest oasis. She would introduce herself to people. Within days, everybody on the oasis would know her, and she would know everybody's business. And then the oasis would be raided by a bunch of Bedouin Arabs, and they would carry her off because she was a bit of a prize. And several years later, they would find this tribe wandering the desert with the cult of Barbara. And she would return to civilization, and she would write a book about the whole thing, and it would be a bestseller. So.
You're going to have to write a song. You need to write this. Chris Morris is here. Hola, says Chris. Hola to you, you
Good
fantastically
evening,
beautiful man. And Leanne says, we all love your wonderful mum. Thank you, Leanne. We do. Sue's having a laugh. A few people are having a laugh at that. John Barker in the UK says, hello again, and good morning from the Barkers
Morning, John.
in sunny North Derbyshire. We would
Yeah.
say to you, "Hey up,
Hey
duck.
up, my duck."
Hey up, my duck. We remember living there very fondly. It's one of the places in the world that always will have a place in our heart
That
as
was where
home.
Joshua was born. after
Before
all.
Joshua was born, that's right.
Chesterfield.
Hey, says Tash, how are you? Hey, Jade, Tash Jade, how are you, darling? We're well, thank
We're
you.
pretty good.
Okay, I think I've caught up with everybody. Sue says, I hope lovely lovely Anne has a fab Mother's Day. Thank you. All right, caught up. And Dee is here. Hi, Dee. Dee Cox. Hi, it's great to have you here. All right, so we're going to do a song called UFO.
Yeah, this one came about because of the I Heart Songwriting Club, and both of us joined just to see what it was like, really, being songwriters. We thought we might give it a go, and it's an interesting premise. You're supposed to write one song a week. They send you a suggested title or a phrase or something like that, and you work off that, and you're supposed to write and record a song on your telephone, on your mobile phone, within an hour. And I can do that, but generally the songs are great ideas and they need a lot of development. So
it's a great way to get your starting idea out. Actually, I think I wrote that Ask Anyone the Stinger.
The Stinger for the same reason.
I wrote
That's
that
right.
in an hour.
In an hour. But it's also one of those things whereby because your brain gets triggered to do all of this work in songwriting mode, then you find yourself writing outside of that as well. So you start getting your juices flowing, and it's a really good thing. But anyway, this was the title that was put through this one particular week. The theme was UFO, and so I decided that I guess it was most artists struggle a lot either earlier in their careers or all through their careers, and I thought that I would dedicate this to them. UFO. Like a UFO, I'm flying across the sky, blazing a lonely trail without an alibi. And how long can I survive flying unidentified in this rarefied atmosphere? I might just disappear, evaporating like a tear. Ooh. I have followed the sun and I've been caught by the moon, chasing the elusive star of fame and fortune. But the way things are going, I might die a day too soon. It's a perilous course I steer, falling through the stratosphere, evaporating like a tear. See me in high places, sometimes you see me low, leaving traces of stardust as I go. But the treasure I carry, few of you may ever know. Even though the sky is clear, I might still disappear, falling through the stratosphere, evaporating like a tear. UFO.
Beautiful song, Jay. I love it.
I like it. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, nice one. We'll
All
have to record that.
Yeah, well, hopefully it'll be on the next album.
The next album, the
The next
30th anniversary album. That
Goodness.
hopefully we'll start recording soon if we can catch our breaths. It always seems to be so much happening.
There's a lot happening this year, that's for sure. We're very busy.
Yeah, we've just wrapped up the Solid Rock Sing on the Ballon community project. We spent most of the week on that since we got back from our little weekend away. And Kay Morris is enjoying the music. Hello, Kay,
Thanks,
one of
Kay.
our lovely freedom trainers and one of our Sing on the Ballon singers as well.
Nicole's there too.
Nicole. Hello, Nicole. How are you and your family? Say hello to Nicole and her husband Peter and her kids, Freddie and Harvey, who are two of the most adorable kids that we've ever seen in the world, especially when they sing. We love all the videos that you send of them singing. When Harvey sings a choir song,
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
He learns the choir songs that Nicole's learning.
Yeah.
From his mum, and he sings them so beautifully, and he's just a tiny little fella, he's only 3, and he sings with this awesome specificity. He gets the vowel sounds just right. Ooh. We love it. Hello, Chris Preston in the
Hey,
UK, also
Chris.
in Derbyshire. Hey up, Doug.
Hey up, Doug.
How are you? Leanne says, beautiful. Thank you, Leanne.
Thank you, Leanne.
There's another newish song of Jay's. Well, it's one that's been sort of sitting in the wings waiting for us to develop it where we wanted to go.
Yeah, we'll do it a little bit later. What about Morjiana?
Oh, yeah, let's do that one.
Let's
We
do
wanted
Morjiana.
to do that because it's on the theme of mothers.
It's on the theme of mothers and families anyway.
Families.
Morjiana is a Romany gypsy name, and we came across the story of Morjiana when we were over in the Wirral in the UK, touring there. Oh, back when we were touring with Fairport Convention.
2004.
And we were
21 years
they
ago.
were staying in hotels and stuff, and we were staying with billets in people's homes as we travelled, and people were very, very kind to put us up and look after us after the shows. And we had a fantastic time. We met lots and lots of wonderful people, lots of old friends as well, of course. But this particular time we went to these folks' house, and on the wall was a huge, great family tree, absolutely massive, covered the whole wall from ceiling to down to waist height. And they had some fascinating names on there, so we asked them about it, and it turns out that they were a family of Romany gypsies who had been settled in that side of the country in the UK for many, many years. And Morjiana was a seer. She was actually
Fortune teller.
fortune teller.
They call it duckering.
Duckering.
That's the Romany name for
And,
fortune telling.
For fortune telling. And she was actually plying her trade on the seafront at Blackpool in Lancashire for 30 years, until the council one day decided they ought to move her on for no specified reason, because she was a great tourist attraction.
She actually was.
Yeah, but the families traditionally in the Romany culture, the men deal in music and horse trading.
So they played mandolins,
and accordions,
violins,
and all that sort of stuff. Yep.
harps. They
Yep.
played harp.
Yep, harps. And the women would be taught in the tradition, not the daughters-in-law, but
Just the daughters.
just
so
the
mother to
daughters
daughter,
would pass on the magical
the trade,
trade
of duckering.
So
Yeah.
so this is the story of how Morjiana became the Gypsy Queen
of Blackpool.
of Blackpool.
And how she passed her trade on to her daughter, who passed it on to her daughter, who then passed it on, I think,
Yep.
to the next
And
generation.
it may
as
well be that one of the daughters was the lady who was
the lady
brought
we
up.
were staying with, I think, was the
That
great
particular time.
granddaughter of Morjiana.
Yeah.
Vicky was her name.
Yeah, and Joshua loves this song because he was actually in gestation whilst we were writing it, and
That's
I think
true.
I think he knows it.
I remember being really nauseous and fatigued in early pregnancy, and I was trying to finish writing this song, and I lay on the couch just going, I can't finish the song.
And,
And you came and rescued me and
I
helped me
did.
out with the chorus.
I stepped in. Morjiana.
Blind Nellie Wood was a witch and a storyteller. Coal black hair and a dazzling smile. A cure for the king or a curse for your enemy. Cross her palm with silver. Alice Wood was her only daughter, married the son of righteous Lee. Over the broomstick came Morjiana, cross her palm with silver. Crystal ball, violin, tea-leaf carol, mandolin, arms to read, harps to ring, probably the Gypsy Queen. Morjiana, Gypsy Queen.
Blind Nellie sits in the night telling stories. Little Morjiana has her knee, feeling the magic unfold in the firelight. Cross her palm with silver. No four walls could keep her in, running through the rain, soaked to the skin, free as the stars, wild as the wind, born to be a Gypsy Queen. Morjiana, Morjiana. Queen. Thanks, Rianne. Good to see you. Have a great rehearsal with your choir. Got a concert on the 16th of May. Fantastic.
Oh,
yeah,
wonderful.
busy time. Same
All
for
the
all of
best.
us. Same for all of us.
All the best for your concert.
Yeah.
That was a bit of a schmozzle, wasn't it? You were on the wrong guitar.
I was on the wrong guitar to start with, but that's all right.
And then I got distracted and forgot the chords early on, and I was like, come on, Cath, get your brain in gear.
Nobody noticed.
No one noticed Jay go, I've got the wrong guitar. Hello to Amanda. And Nicole was saying all the best with it, Rianne. Oh, that's so nice. It's lovely when people from different sides of the world are speaking to each other through these live streams.
Yep.
We would never have met otherwise. It's really fun.
And I just wanted to add in there, when one of the verses says a cure for the king or a curse for your enemy.
A cure for
the king.
The king. Does anyone know what that means?
I best they probably don't know if unless they're up on English history, but at one point, and I think that it would have been around the time of Henry VIII, the sexually transmitted disease that he died of was actually called the king by the public. So
because he spread so much of it.
yeah, it spread so they claimed that they could cure syphilis by the duckering that they did. I'm not quite sure how it was done, but anyway, we'll
So
we'll not go there.
Morjiana would dole out a cure for the king.
The king, yeah.
Or a curse for your enemy if you'd like. So that's where that line
That's
came
where that
from.
comes from. Yeah.
Now what is happening? I don't know. Are we game to try this after being so distracted in a song that we
Oh, you mean the new one?
we should know?
The new one.
We're going to
Probably
try
ought to.
something that we just devised today.
Well,
because
we
part of
wrote
the
it-
reason you
wrote
wrote
it
it a while ago, yes, but part of the reason that we do these live stream sessions are not just to play songs that we've got going at the moment that are up in performance, but songs that we're developing. So we're taking some risks and just workshopping things in front of you guys, and we appreciate that you're giving us the space to do that, and you're being really kind and nice. If we don't get everything right, it doesn't matter. And it's also a safe space for Josh too to learn to play as well and get his confidence up as a beginner player. So yeah, we all start as beginners on every single song that we write. So this is a beginner part for me because I only just wrote it like an hour before.
So
the
this
live
one,
stream.
was it?
This came out of iHeart Songwriting Club as well.
Was it the dragon that they said, or dragons?
I can't remember what the theme was for you to write this
Fear
one.
or
Oh,
something?
dragon. It would have been dragon.
Dragon, yeah. So I decided that I would take the idea of expand on the idea of dragons, and one of the I guess sayings that I knew of was when someone was in fear but still taking on the challenges, even though they were really frightened of what they were going to do. They were said to be riding the dragon, and so I thought, well, okay, let's expand the whole theme and see where we go with it. And this came out of that. As Cath says, she's just started playing piano on it. At one point, she was playing violin, but she just.
We'll see what happens. I might completely stuff it up, but I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to ride the dragon. But I really think of this song, it was written in the time when I was just recovering from brain surgery, just over a couple of years ago. And the whole lead up into me going into brain surgery was very, very frightening. I found out in late April that I had a large brain tumor pressing on my brainstem, and although it wasn't cancerous, it was dangerous. And by late July, I was in surgery. So it was a very rapid time for us to get our heads around what was happening. And of course, you know, any surgery is scary, but there's something about having your head cut open that's, I don't know, deeply disturbing. So to me, when I sing this song, I'm thinking of taming the fear that I had of going in for that surgery. And then the fear that Jay had of losing me whilst I was in that surgery. So together we'll ride that dragon.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
when it's got you in its claws. Got you clutching blindly at straws. Clutching at straws.
Life can be a dragon, where true friends can be few. Still we found each other, me and you. Me and you. And together we'll ride the dragon. Together we'll ride the dragon. Together we'll ride the dragon into the setting sun. Together we'll ride the dragon. Together we'll ride the dragon. Together we'll ride the dragon until the journey's done. The dragon may destroy you, drop you where you stand, but we will overthrow the monster's plan if we can. And together we'll ride the dragon. Together we'll ride the dragon. Together we'll ride the dragon into the setting sun. Together we'll ride the dragon. Together we'll ride the dragon. Together we'll ride the dragon until the journey's done. Flying a serpent to the sky to see the prizes come. Take each opportunity while the dream is young. Allow yourself the luxury of blissful unconcern. But arm yourself in quietude in case the world has turned. And together we'll ride the dragon. Together we'll ride the dragon. Together we'll ride the dragon into the setting sun. Together we'll ride the dragon. Together we'll ride the dragon. Together we'll ride the dragon until the journey's done. Together we'll ride the dragon. Together we'll ride the dragon. Together we'll ride the dragon into the setting sun. Together we'll ride the dragon. Together we'll ride the dragon. Together we'll ride the dragon until the journey's done. Ride the dragon. So hopefully that'll go on to a little bit more development.
Yes.
But
Our
yeah,
very
another
first.
one hopefully for the new album.
For the
That'd be
30th
nice.
anniversary album. All right, where are we at? I think it's time to do. Another song with Josh.
Yep.
Welcome back to the stage, Joshua Jackson,
Turner.
Mundy-Turner. Nadia said you actually played the piano wonderfully. The song was so nice. Thank you,
Thanks,
Nadia.
Nadia. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't ruin it. I felt pretty good whilst I was playing it. I got a little bit scared at the solo and as a result, that stopped me from doing what I planned to do there.
Okay.
But it turned out. It turned out all right.
Everything works. Everything works. You found no words, have you?
Did you put it in the book?
It should be. Oh no, it's here.
No.
Oh.
No, that's
No,
not.
it's here.
There you go, on the floor. So I guess it won't have escaped anybody's notice that Israel this week give notice that they were going to completely wipe out the
population
of Palestine. What was that noise?
Well,
me flipping it back in.
particularly of Gaza, they are just out and out saying it now. Yep, this is ethnic cleansing.
We meant to murder everybody in
Yeah,
the first place.
that's-
It's just that we've been kind of staging it and holding our real aims too close to our chest. But though I think anybody outside of
It's been absolutely obvious from
it's
where
been
I
obvious,
stand.
and Donald Trump obviously colluding in the worst possible way, and this country too. We're sending weapons, and we're still allowing people like Boeing to manufacture, develop weapons here that are going to be used against the children of Gaza. In fact, a couple of their weapons were found in the bombs were found in pieces, and they were advertising that they had been tested in Gaza. How unbelievably inhuman they can possibly be. 123 Albert Street, if you want to go down there and protest, every Wednesday at midday there is a protest going on against Boeing, and want to get them out of Brisbane, get them out of this country.
Yeah, we
if
just
can.
wanted to stop. We wanted to stop. And there needs to be an embargo placed on all armaments going
I'm calling
to
on
Israel.
Albanese to force a total embargo on Israel, incoming and outgoing goods. We don't want any of it. We want the murder to stop. And we want you, Mr. Albanese, to take this very seriously and make the moves that are necessary to stop supplying anything.
This song is for the children of Gaza.
Oh, do that again.
What was that? no words, no words.
There are no words for the death of the humanity. There are no words, no words. There are no words, no words. There are no words, no
Thank you.
words.
Thank you, family. Thank you, Joshua. With fervent wishes for the madness to end and for the lives of all children to be valued. We love you, children of Palestine. We do. And we're gonna do everything we can to get our governments to stop, particularly now we've got a new government. I think this is the moment to step in, step up. So if you haven't yet written a letter to your MP, you've got a new MP in your area perhaps, we do. I'm going to be writing him immediately to ask him to stand up. There was a Tory MP in the House of Commons in the UK this week who stood up and he said, I've been supporting Israel's actions for 20 years and I now realise and admit I was wrong. And he's now condemning their actions. It is too late for so many lives. But the sooner we stop this,
every day,
the sooner we stop this, the more lives we can save. And we can stop this, people. We can. We just need to put pressure on our governments. People power.
Oh no, you do.
People power. All right, we've got one more song for you.
One more song for you, and we're going to leave you on a happy note if we can.
We're going to do Millard Pop-Top
again.
So if you missed it at the beginning of the session, you're getting it now. And there's a part for you to sing along to, remember. She's a Millard Pop-Top 74. And it goes like this in the tune. She's a Millard Pop-Top 74. Try it again. 1, 2. She's a Millard Pop-Top 74. So every time you hear me sing it, then you need to sing it loudly at home so that I can hear it.
Thanks so much for joining us this evening. We're here most Fridays, in fact, nearly every Friday. I think
We
next
have
week
done 15
of them in
Fridays
a row.
in a row.
Wow, okay. Next week it will probably be a Thursday because we have a friend's funeral ceremony to attend in the on the Friday, and we don't think we'll get back from the north side in time to
We
do
might
the
put
show.
it on Thursday.
We'll put it on Thursday.
Yeah, I think that's what we'll do.
All
We'll post something.
We'll post it
on our Facebook page.
I'll let you know. All right. Have a wonderful week and live in peace and joy and
if you're
happiness.
going camping, I
So
hope
you
that you
try.
don't have the trouble that we had with the Millard Pop-Top 74.
74.
Hi, Cassie.
1, 2, 3, 4. We were tired of camping in a swag, waking on a lumpy floor. Time for a change, we decided. Well, let's see what we can afford. I was studying alternatives till I was dizzy in the head. When an online ad caught my eye, this is what it said. Well, you can wind her up and you can wind her down. She got 2 good wheels, keep you off the ground. A bed at each end of each space in the middle to hold the family at home. It's your lucky day, all a dream away. She's a Millard Pop-Top 74. We bought a cheap sight unseen. That might have been a mistake. She was a bit of a fixer-up, but a little love was all that it would take. And so began a journey through an ever-revolving door. As the money came in, it soon went out on a Pop-Top 74. First the telescopes went down, but only one at a time. 'Cause the cables kept getting tangled up in a way only the devil could design. So we exercised our was bruised and sore. And once again she was working just like back in 74. But you could wind her up and you could wind her down. She got two good wheels to keep you off the ground. A bed in each and a big space in the middle to hold the family and more. It's your lucky day, all the dream away. She's the Millard Pop-Top 74. Then she tried to kill me
On the driveway.
She pulled my car back down the hill. I fell underneath the wheels. How I'm living is a miracle still. The insurance company laughed at me, but paid up finally $800 excess, and she was as right as she would ever be. Within the roof sprang a leak. We couldn't tell just where. Buckets every time it rained. It was a sad and a sorry affair. So I rebuilt the whole damn thing, along with most of the floor. And the very next time we took her out, the ancient canvas tore. But you could wind her up and you could wind her down. She got two good wheels to keep you off the ground. A bed in each and a big space in the middle to hold the family and more. It's your lucky day, all the dream away. She's the Millard Pop-Top 74. 3,000 more and she was fixed again, but it was really time for her to go. So we sold her for a couple of grand to some people that we didn't know. Now they call us up all the time to tell us that she's doing well. And how it was their lucky day when we decided to sell. 'Cause you can wind her up and you can wind her down. She got two good wheels to keep you off the ground. A bed in each and a big space in the middle to hold the family and more. It's your lucky day, all the dream away. She's a Millard Pop-Top 74. She's a Millard Pop-Top 74. She's a Millard Pop-Top 74. Yay!
Well done, Joshua.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank
Okay.
you so much, everybody, and a happy Mother's Day for those who are celebrating Mother's Day. I know in the UK, Mother's Day is
Different
actually
time, I
at the
know.
end of March. Here it's this Sunday. So yeah, enjoy your weekend, everyone, and we'll see you at some point next week.
Next week.
We love you
Bye,
all.
everybody.
Love to you.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, did it work?
It didn't work.
Never mind.
That's okay. Love you all.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.